Hello and welcome to another wonderfully lovely episode of
The English Couple
at Biggleswick Farm.
Yes, here we are. We have, of course, been a bit delayed as ever. We've been so busy.
Yes, inevitably.
Too busy to film for you lot, you know. Too busy. That's not. We have been busy, but that's not really the sentiment that we wanted to push out.
No, we're never too busy for you.
No, although we have been too busy. Anyway, enough of the busyness, because we're too busy telling you how busy we are, and that's too much.
Yes.
Like silly business or busyness. Anyway, I hope you're well. I hope you missed us, and I hope you're still subscribed, because we do enjoy making the videos and getting them out. Believe it or believe it not, what month are we in?
July.
July.
We've begun July already.
I know, the year is going past, and this is our 11th month.
Indeed.
Since we have had access to the land right at the beginning. The previous owner was very nice and let us, whilst the legal ramifications all went through with solicitors and what have you, to actually make a start. So thank you very much for that. And yeah, 11 months.
11 months, yeah. I think we're entering our 12th as such.
Ah, yes,
Yeah,
there
so
you go.
It's been 11 months. We've been here 11 months working on this place. It's so fascinating to think back. And we would just, here where we're sitting now, we were sitting in tall grass with thistles around. Just there would have been a massive bramble patch, another one just over there.
Yeah.
Many more that way. It's amazing. It's amazing.
With all sorts of strange creatures that we couldn't see, you know, snakes, hedgehogs, tigers, polar bears, all of those.
Oh my.
And many of those we haven't seen since we've actually cut the grass. They've all moved out. But the one thing that we have, and that's ever been present, is the pheasants.
The pheasants, yes.
Although recently, I did see one yesterday, but they have been a bit quiet because we have cut the grass a bit, and I don't think there is anywhere for them to hide.
Well, there are still places for them to hide, but it's less appealing to them than it was before.
Yeah, when it was a jungle and nobody was here and there were no cats.
Yeah.
But never mind all of that. So, in this episode, we've got, we would like to show you some produce.
Yes.
Because things have been growing. And we have been eating them.
Indeed. Been thoroughly enjoying eating them.
I was going to say, what a disgusting experience that was. All that horrible, nice, nutritious food that we grew ourselves and hasn't had to travel very far to the plate. No, absolutely amazing. We've loved that, haven't we?
We have. I mean, it's those broad beans that I planted up just before winter, it was 15 either side, 2 different types, so 30 in total. Only about 4 beans got anywhere, and only 3...
4 bean plants.
4 bean plants got,
Yeah.
only 4 beans shoot out, is
Yes.
what I'm trying to say.
Yes. I thought we only got 4 beans off it.
No. And then only 3 of those, got anywhere. And we've had loads and loads of meals with them. We love broad beans.
Because that's
so
all we
was
eat.
lucky.
We haven't grown anything else, just broad beans,
No,
and
but
we pile them up. It's lovely.
It's interesting. So but what I'm trying to say is,
Yes.
out of 30 beans planted,
Yes.
we've had 3 bean plants from that.
Yes.
And we've had
That's
loads.
10%.
Yeah, but we've had loads of beans off it, and we will be able to save and plant some of these beans next season.
Yes. And why do you think we didn't get much success with the others?
We're newbies.
We're newbies, but we also had a lot of little creatures with little nice snouts going around chewing them up.
Yep. Yeah, there's all sorts of different reasons that it has been difficult. Well, not difficult, it's been tricky.
Yes. Tricky dicky.
But we're learning. I mean, this is what this first year is all about. Is
Absolutely.
Learning the lay of the land, learning how to care for all these plants that we're trying to grow to feed ourselves.
So next year we should have a decent idea, and by year 5 we'll really know what we're talking about.
I think by next year we'll know a little bit more, and then the next year a tiny little bit more.
Yes.
It's going to take a long time.
And it's a huge thanks to all our friends and colleagues and people who grow, and the viewers themselves who leave comments, that have given us lots of hints and tips as we've gone along, which some of them we've obviously adhered to. Some of them are not quite ready for us yet because we haven't got the necessary bits and pieces or the machinery or whatever it is. but it's so good to have that feedback.
Exactly. I mean, one of the best ones was the nettle liquid fertiliser.
I've been drinking that by gallons.
You've been calling it nettle soup, but
Yes.
I keep having to clarify because I do intend to make nettle soup and stuff, and nettle soup is a thing.
Yes.
Not that.
No.
Actual proper cuisine.
Oh.
But that is disgusting. Well, it smells disgusting, but that's the point, isn't it? If it smells disgusting, it's got the right bacteria and what have you in there to feed the plants.
Oh, I know. I've been feeding it to the potatoes, and when it gets on your hands, it's so difficult to wash it off. And if it's on your clothes, you stink of this nettle fertiliser.
Yeah.
Really big. Anyway.
Because I'm stirring it every day, I often get splashed on me. So I'm wherever I go, I'm sorry if I smell like a pigsty.
That's all right.
But yeah, so that bit of advice, put the nettles into the water and ferment it was a grand idea. And we've been doing that ever since. So
We certainly have. Well, we better get on with the show.
Yes.
So we'll catch up with you shortly. In the meantime, enjoy whatever it is that we've got lined up in the rest of the show. It's another day, of course, and we come back to the land to do some more work. And I'm working still on this little clearance area that I wanted to, which was all brambles. I have been clipping more with the old clipper, but there's still some fallen trees that need to come out. So, although my chainsaw is pretty blunt now, and I will get it sharpened up, apparently there's a special file that you can use, so there's another technique to learn how to do. I just wanted to use it for a couple of chops, so that I won't use it again now. I think I'll go back to the tractor and pull. It's really trying to get the ball of the trees out from the area, so I want to take off a bit of the weight from the what do you call it, the trunk of the tree. And so that's what I've been doing, and then I think we'll hook up the tractor again and try and pull as much as we can. There's another one in the bushes that have got to come out, so it's another day of tractoring. That is the plan. The sun is coming out, so let's get crack on. Well, how about that? This is a big ball. I mean, look at it. It's almost the size of me. And it gives you a good idea of how much space the tree needs, or how little actually is holding up these 50, 60 feet spruce trees. So it's it's not really a huge amount of rootage that's holding it in. But anyway, too big for a man to pull out on his own, and the tractor did most, and if not all, of the work. But it keeps you fit climbing up and down on the old Fordson Major. And of course, it's an old tractor. It's 72 years old. The gearbox is not as, you know, clean and simple as perhaps your car. It takes a little bit of effort getting in it. So if you saw me struggling, that's why. But there's 2 bowls out, 2 stumps. Went really well. I'm very pleased. And behind this one was another tree, but I need to clear it from the brambles, and then I think I need to chainsaw it. I really do need to sharpen up the chainsaw. And I think that is the last of them. I've left them over here. I'll chainsaw this one so that there's bit, and they'll be chopped up for logs for the winter, which will be great. So, time for a cup of tea, I think.
I'm in the veg garden and I'm inspecting everything today. It looks like these peas are almost ready for me to take out to keep for seeds for next time. There's some that look like we should be eating them soon, if not already have done. These poor peas though, they've not done very well. They've had a lot of adversity. They were late getting in the ground in the first place because compost didn't have enough of it. It was screaming out for it. And then you know, their location might not be the best for them. The way I've supported them at first wasn't ideal. I was trying things out, but so a lot has been learnt this year, and hopefully we'll get at least one meal with peas that we've grown, maybe a couple. But yeah, I think mostly he'll be trying to salvage something to regrow next time. Our broad beans, I think I'd like to show you what they are like on the inside. Obviously lots of people know what broad beans look like on the inside, but look at that. These will be going in the pot tonight. Beautiful. Oops. And this stuff, this padding inside is so soft. Makes me want to shrink down and climb inside and snuggle up. Probably be a bit wet and damp and cold though. And being tiny, that would really sink through to the bone. Anyway, so the beans, the broad beans, they've been through a lot of adversity as well. I was fighting aphids for a while, and then something else seemed to have hit them, some sort of fungal thing or something. But the beans seem to be fine. Some of the pods are getting a little bit of brown spottiness. Need to double check on that. But aside from that, we've had loads of meals out of them. We've absolutely loved that, and we even showed off a few of the first pods we pulled off to the farm shop we frequent, and they were quite impressed. Either that or they were being very kind. But anyway, but those were some of the best ones, the ones right down the bottom. I guess that's for suddenly the aphids and things were attacking, so the upper pods didn't get to developing as well. But, so it's next is to choose which pods are going to be the beans for sowing next year or next season. In other news though, we have our horse beans over here, which were also attacked by the aphids and this fungal thing. But they seem to have bounced right back. They lost a lot of their lower leaves, most of them, but they're bouncing back. I do need to hurry up and get some support in there for them. Bit nervous about that, but I'm sure I'll manage. these guys did okay with only being supported quite late on in their growth. So, but I don't want to waste time. The onions. The red onions seemed to be doing really well to start with, and they were. Don't really know what happened. I'm not sure if it's because there's burrows underneath here or not. But I know there is burrows underneath here, but whether that's the problem or not, I'm not sure. But we've got a few that have stuck around, and we'll try harvesting them soon. But the white onions, they've not fared too badly. We've got a few. We've got some really quite big white onions. Really chuffed with that. Not very many, but we have them. This needs weeding again. It's funny how quickly these things take over. I mean, look, whoop, another one. Thistle. Anyway. But yeah, again, lessons to be learnt. But the onions have been a bit more mysterious in a way, because they flopped over quite early, and well, I thought it was rodents, but in hindsight I think it might have been potentially the pheasants coming in and sitting on them or something, because they can get over the fence, can't they, as well. But anyway, it looks like they're starting to flop over and go yellow, which says to me, I believe, they're almost ready for pulling up and putting in the, storing some and cooking some. I look forward to making some nice onion soup. Lovely. We do like soups here, you know, we do like soups. Carrots are doing nicely. Some of them better than others, but there are some good substantial stalks there, so I assume that means they're supported by some reasonably substantial roots. So that'll be lovely. Do love carrots. These ones should mostly be rainbow ones, so the heritage colours and less of the orange ones. Although I do love every carrot, the orange ones as well. But there's just something so lovely and charming about the multiple different colours you can get. No prizes for guessing which colour is my favourite. Yes, the brown ones. No, purple. I love the purple ones. And apparently that's the most traditional colour. I'm not sure. Still learning. But yeah, very happy with that. I might need to re-support the netting, or even change it up for some anti-pest, anti-insect pest stuff. But yeah, happy with them.
Welcome to the van, the back of.
The back end.
This was, at one time, does it need to be tilted up, or am I just
top of your head?
top of my head? Hang on, I'll just tilt my camera. This at one time was designed as a camper van, and if you watched the old channel, you probably saw us going gaddabanting about in the camper van. But now it's our work van, and we bring all the tools up to the land, and when we know what we're doing, we utilise them. We're talking of tools. We have to say a big thank you to one of our viewers, Philip, who has been out scavenging for vintage tools to give us, because he heard that we do like our hand tools.
Yeah, it was really kind, and so he found some, and he's not only sharpened them and cleaned them up and sharpened them, he's oiled them and everything. It's just fascinating. Look at that.
This is a slasher, so it's got a long handle. Show the handle off. There we go. It's got this long handle, and then it's got this curved piece of very sharp, which is sharpened, as you said, metal. And initially he said it would be great for the brambles and things, but actually I looked it up, and it's good for hedge laying. because of the long handle, and you swing it. I've yet to fully use it in hedge laying. I did try it on the brambles, and whilst it does slice through them, unlike a scythe where the blade is sort of offset a bit, which makes it easier, it's not so easy for that. But certainly that's a traditional tool for hedge laying, for chopping the hedges and then laying them down. So we're very thrilled to have that. We've got 2 of them.
And hedge laying is something that we will be doing. It is inevitable in our future.
Yes, we'd love to learn these old skills. Keep them alive, unlike my pipe, which has just died. So
and keeping alive these lovely old hand tools as well.
Absolutely.
You know? I mean,
and you can't see it, but on the side there it's stamped with the word England. So it's a nice British thing. We've got some more things to show you. What else have we got down there, Julia?
This.
There's a sickle.
Yeah.
We got a number of sickles, all different sizes. They look quite. Look at that. Looks quite lethal, and they're great for getting down low and whipping off the stalks of unwanted plants and things.
It's almost a boomerang shape.
Yeah.
Boomerang won't come back.
No.
Stuck in a tree.
You wouldn't want it to. You wouldn't want to catch this, would you? By the wrong thing. And also, we have
our old favourites.
billocks. I beg your pardon?
Billock.
Billock to you too.
What a load of billocks.
And you'll notice these are 2 slightly different shapes as well.
The same as the other 2 actually, I think. Oh, yeah. But there's this more significant difference with these 2.
Yes, this says John Ryle, Sheffield, on it. So very, very sharp. But these are great for all sorts of things. And you may have seen in the past when we were building the polytunnels, we were using the billocks as bark scrapers.
Debarkers.
Yes,
and also
draw knives.
Branch hackeropheras.
But these are just fantastic. They're like machetes, really.
Yeah.
So very, very grateful, Philip. He also...
Here.
I heard it go
It fell
down.
down.
Oh yeah, here it is. In this little bag is a collection of brace drills.
Wow.
And, a brace is one of those drills that you do this old-fashioned thing.
A hand drill.
A hand drill. And here's a selection of all sorts of, which would be very useful. And we used the brace when we made the very first polytunnel, because we put in into the spruce, which we drilled the hole, willow.
Yeah.
And arced it over. And you probably remember if you've been watching us long enough.
Otherwise,
go
back and find it. There is a Biggleswick farm playlist. So
no excuse.
You just go back and find any other episodes. It's all there, including the little updates and the initial teaser trailer.
The other thing he gave us was some lovely gardening gloves, which are a lovely soft leather.
They're fantastic, because I've been looking for another pair for you, because your other one's got absolutely trash.
Yes, they just fit. But they probably fit you too.
They do actually. Your hands aren't that... They are bigger than mine, of course.
Yeah,
Inevitably.
sorry about that.
Yeah, it's funny. There you go. But
anyway, they're very nice. They're very soft, super touch, but they're leather. It says here leather driving gloves. A bit like the old-fashioned. So maybe I should be driving in them.
Do you know the not garden shop? What was it? The garden machine repair shop we were in the other day.
Yes.
Was selling some similar.
Yeah. Well, there we go.
They're like 30 quid. But those look better quality. Actually. Whoops.
Good quality. Mind
There's
your feet.
Bill on the floor.
Yeah, poor old Bill.
Sorry.
He's like his brother, Stickers. Bill Stickers. He will be prosecuted.
Vroom.
Well, we have, as you may have seen, on here, on our lovely Biggleswick farm, some fruit trees, or fruit shrubs I should say. And it's so nice that they're actually coming into fruit. Raspberries, yellow berries, black currants, various things. Now, problem is, they're being eaten by something, and I suspect, well, probably flies and midges and things, but also potentially birds. So we have a variety of different netting. So initially I thought it might be worth, if it is birds pecking at them, it might be worth protecting them by building some form of net thing. Well, it's not perfect by any means, and in fact, in the end, it didn't span across. Even though I measured it, it was short by a small amount. So I've decided I'll just do this one and this one, the two channels. So there's one more channel, one more bed that needs to be sorted out.
We've arrived into the small polytunnel, the polypotting tunnel, as we affectionately would call it. It behaves more like a little greenhouse where we do the seedlings and bring them on and things like that. But now that we have the big poly, this one is actually able to come into its own a little bit more, and I've got more room to do the things that a potting shed needs to do, i.e. bring on the celery. We were given one small pot with almost 200 celery seedlings in it, and now that we've got the big poly, and what with this whole massive, what is it? It's like a horticultural game of Tetris. you need to upgrade some plants into the next size up pots so you can free up those pots so you can put these next ones in from down there, and so I've got one more. What's remaining and what's still just about hanging on, surviving the celery in a 30 egg tray, a 30 piece egg tray. But all the others are slowly graduating up. And then they graduate to the big poly. These ones are looking lovely now as well, but I need to double check how to finish them. Someone said about covering them up so they stay white or go white. Hadn't known about that, but we'll find out. Something else we've been bringing on, some salad leaves, lots of different lettuces and things, but I had run out again of pots to put them up in, so I've done my best to separate them out a bit. Some of them are multi-potted, or many in one pot, but hopefully they complement each other at least and can grow in and around each other. It looks like they're doing well, so that's jolly good because I love a good salad. We are incredibly lucky, and we are incredibly grateful because there are so many people that that do lovely things for us without our asking. For example, we had sown our own tobacco seeds, the mapachu seeds that we got off the two plants that we grew on, that we were given by lovely people last year. And it was heartbreaking to watch them die off in the first frost, but there we go. Our seedlings though, however, didn't survive the heat wave. But luckily, there are at least a couple of different sets of people, lovely people out there, who had planted some extra seedlings for us, knowing that we're newbies. So, the lovely Mark Byford, the bowler hat farmer, managed to hold on to some and transport some for us. Thank you so much to Mark and to the grower of these wonderful things. But yeah, we're so excited. They've only been in here for a few days, soaking in the water and yeah, acclimatising. We need to work out what we're going to do with them, where we're going to put them, and all of that funky, fun stuff. There is a lot to be done, and actually there's a beautiful butterfly in here that I'm going to have to capture and take out. Everything is really taking off in here and running out of space rapidly. These cucumbers, I turned my back and suddenly they poof. So I've just had to try and wrestle them up into an upright position. And I'm so pleased. We bought these for £1 each, thinking, you know, they were withering and not looking good. We didn't have too much hope for them. Lo and behold, it's the best £2 I've spent in a long time. For the tomatoes, they're doing amazingly. They've not done as well as they could have. I've seen lots of other people have really lovely looking tomato vines, but we're not comparing ourselves because that's dangerous. We have some tomatoes ready, so that's amazing. There's so much to do, so little time, but we're getting there. I need to string up some more tomatoes. We've got the lettuce and salad leaves coming along, and actually a couple of the what I thought were also cabbages are not, they're cauliflowers. I thought all those had died. Not, got 2 of them, possibly 3, just not spotted another one. What else can I tell you about in here? So much, but I think we're running out of time.
There you go, another fun-packed, action-packed, full of exciting things. We hope, or we hoped that you've seen it, because at this moment we haven't filmed it, but we will film it. Anyway, you've seen it. I hope you enjoyed that. We will try, desperately try, to make the next episode a bit more quicker on the YouTube.
We want to be more regular.
But there it is. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that, and do keep putting your comments down, and nice comments, you know, constructive ones. They don't all have to be praising us or anything, but constructive. And if you've got any ideas that you'd like to see, that would be lovely.
Because it's not just us that benefits from those wonderful comments, it's everyone else who reads them.
Yeah. So there you go. Anyway, we've got to go to the Bahamas now because our helicopter is just arriving. He doesn't seem to know where to land. I think he's... No, we're here.
I think we need to repaint the landing pad.
Ah, yes. Oh, well, we've missed him. Never mind. We'll just have to be here next week. No going to the Bahamas for us. Oh, dear. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Till then,
Tatty bye.
tatty bye.